Welcome to Montecito, where community is everything. Sometimes the best friendships start right next door, like mine with Harry and Meghan. This isn't a story about royal headlines, but about a hilarious, heartfelt moment involving a family of ducks. When the Sussexes moved in, we bonded over more than just shared values. We found joy in the everyday. One Easter, a frantic call from Meghan turned a quiet afternoon into a wild adventure. It's a reminder that even the most famous neighbors have ordinary, funny, and meaningful moments. So, settle in for the story of the Great Sussex Winfrey Duck Rescue. Easter weekend was peaceful until Meghan called with, "Oprah, we have a duck emergency." A mother duck had chosen their yard to hatch her ducklings, but there was no pond in sight. Meghan and Harry, ever the animal lovers, wanted to help. They knew my pond was perfect, so they asked if they could bring the duck family over. Of course I said yes. What are neighbors for if not duck rescues? Harry was already guiding the ducks, and soon Operation Duck Freedom was underway. None of us knew this simple act would turn into a hilarious, chaotic adventure. The stage was set for an unforgettable Easter. Harry and Meghan arrived duck family in tow. We gathered at my pond, ready for a smooth release. The mother duck slipped into the water, but her ducklings froze at the edge, too scared to follow. Their mother quacked encouragement, but the babies wouldn't budge. Suddenly our easy plan became a standoff, a worried mother in the pond, 10 nervous ducklings on land. We realized we couldn't just watch, we had to help. So a prince, a duchess and I prepared for a rescue mission. Our calm afternoon was over. The great duck chase was about to begin. Sometimes, even the best laid plans need a little hands-on teamwork. What followed was pure comedy, the kind of scene you'd expect in a slapstick movie, rather than a quiet afternoon in the garden. The air was filled with shouts, giggles, and the unmistakable sound of feet scrambling across the grass. It was as if the entire world had shrunk to the size of our little pond, and all that mattered was the fate of those tiny, fluffy ducklings. Harry, Meghan, my guests and I crawled around the pond, our knees getting muddier by the second, trying to gently catch the speedy ducklings before they darted off in another direction. Every time we thought we had one cornered, it would zigzag away, leaving us in fits of laughter and mild frustration. The kids, sensing the excitement, joined in with wild enthusiasm, turning what could have been a simple rescue into the best game ever invented. Their laughter rang out, infectious and bright as they chased after the ducklings with arms outstretched, sometimes tripping over their own feet but always getting back up, determined to help. Laughter echoed across the garden as we all chased the fluff balls, who seemed to have developed a sixth sense for evasion, darting everywhere but the water. It was a scene of pure, unfiltered joy, adults and children alike, united in a single hilarious mission. Harry, ever the good sport, led the charge with gusto, diving into bushes and calling out instructions to the little helpers. He became the unofficial captain of our ragtag rescue team, directing the kids with a mix of encouragement and playful competitiveness. We tried every trick we could think of, offering breadcrumbs, making gentle noises, even forming a human barricade to guide the ducklings toward the pond. Some of us tried to coax them with soft words, while others simply tried to outmaneuver them, but the ducklings were surprisingly clever and quick. Finally, after what felt like an eternity of laughter, near misses and a few spectacular tumbles, we managed to gently guide all 10 ducklings into the pond, one by one. Each successful rescue was met with a cheer as if we'd just won a championship game. The mother duck, who had been anxiously watching from the water's edge, gathered her brood at last. Calm returned as they swam off together, a perfect little family reunited and gliding serenely across the pond, leaving ripples in their wake. We stood there, grass-stained, a little out of breath, and grinning from ear to ear. Our clothes were a mess, our hands were dirty, but our spirits had never been higher. There was a sense of pride in our unlikely teamwork, and a shared feeling that we'd just experienced something truly special. The duck emergency was over, but the memory was just beginning. We knew that years from now, we'd still be laughing about the day we all became duckling rescuers, united by chaos, laughter, and the little helpers who made it unforgettable. Later, Meghan shared a sweet video from that day. Archie, mesmerized by the ducks. I filled in the story online, sharing the chaos and laughter behind the clip. It was a glimpse into real friendship and neighborly kindness, not just celebrity life. These moments matter. They show our shared humanity and the joy in helping each other. A prince on his knees for a duckling, a duchess making a frantic call. These are the stories that build true bonds. That little video became a beacon of lightheartedness, showing the Sussexes' warmth and humor. It was a celebration of simple joy, friendship, and the best kind of neighborly adventure. Harry and Meghan's compassion for animals is well known. From the earliest days of their relationship, they have shared a deep bond over their love for all creatures, great and small. Whether it's their beloved dogs or the rescued hens in their backyard, the Sussexes have always made animal welfare a priority in their lives. Their home is filled with warmth, laughter, and the gentle clucking of chickens, creating a sanctuary not just for their family, but for the animals they care for as well. Their chicken coop, Archie's Chick-In, is a symbol of their values, rescuing hens, creating a loving home. The coop is more than just a place for chickens to roost. It's a testament to Harry and Meghan's commitment to giving animals a second chance. Each hen has its own story, and the Sussexes take the time to nurture them back to health, showing patience and care. The couple often spends quiet mornings collecting eggs with Archie, teaching him the importance of kindness and responsibility. Their instinct to help the duck family was no surprise. It's who they are. When they noticed a family of ducks in need, they didn't hesitate to step in, gently guiding the mother and her ducklings to safety. This small act of compassion is just one example of how Harry and Meghan live their values every day, always ready to lend a helping hand to those who cannot speak for themselves. They teach their children empathy by caring for animals, big and small. For the Sussexes, these moments are more than just lessons. They are opportunities to instill a lifelong respect for all living things. Archie and Lilibet are growing up surrounded by animals, learning to be gentle, compassionate, and responsible. The family's daily routines often include feeding their pets, cleaning the coop, and making sure every animal feels loved and safe. Moving from palace life to animal rescues shows their commitment to a meaningful, grounded life. The transition from royal engagements to hands-on animal care was a conscious choice, reflecting their desire to live authentically and make a real difference. They have found joy and fulfillment in the simple acts of caring for animals, and their dedication inspires those around them to do the same. Whether it's global advocacy or a backyard duck rescue, their respect for life shines through. The Sussexes use their platform to raise awareness about animal welfare, encouraging others to adopt, rescue, and protect vulnerable creatures. Their actions, both big and small, reflect a deep-rooted belief in the value of every life. This episode was just another chapter in their story of kindness. Each rescue, each gentle gesture, adds to a legacy of compassion that defines who they are as a family. Their kindness extends beyond their own home, touching the lives of neighbors, friends, and the wider community. It's one of the many reasons they're not just fascinating figures but truly wonderful neighbors. Their genuine care for animals and people alike has made them beloved members of their community, and their example continues to inspire others to lead with empathy and love. When the ducks swam off, leaving gentle ripples behind them, we stood there for a moment, watching the water settle and the world return to its quiet rhythm. It was a simple scene, but it felt like the end of a tiny shared adventure, one that brought us all a little closer together. We were left with more than just a funny story to tell at dinner parties or over coffee. We carried with us a renewed sense of connection, a reminder that even the most unexpected moments can spark joy and laughter among friends and neighbors. We were reminded of the power of good neighbors. It's about showing up, not just when it's convenient, but when someone needs a hand, a smile, or even just a listening ear. Sometimes it's the little gestures, a wave, a shared joke, or a helping hand, that make a neighborhood feel like home. Even for the strangest emergencies, like a parade of ducks needing safe passage, there's something magical about coming together to solve a problem, no matter how unusual it may seem. That Easter, a simple call became a beautiful act of community. What started as a quirky interruption turned into a memory we'd all cherish, a story that would be retold with laughter for years to come. The best memories are often unplanned, born from moments when we let go of our routines and say yes to the unexpected. It's in these spontaneous adventures that we find the most joy. Laughter and teamwork turn even the simplest challenges into stories worth telling. When we work together, we create bonds that last far beyond the moment. Stories like this encourage us to connect, to help, and to remember that we're all part of something bigger than ourselves. Every act of kindness, no matter how small, weaves us closer together. And when we embrace life's surprises, we open ourselves up to joy, growth, and the kind of memories that make life truly rich. Kindness and laughter with neighbors are what truly enrich our lives. These are the moments that remind us we're never alone, that there's always someone nearby ready to share a smile or lend a hand. I hope this tale brings you joy, and maybe even inspires you to reach out to someone nearby. Sometimes all it takes is a simple hello to start a new adventure. And may it remind you to cherish your friends, those who stand by you in both the ordinary and the extraordinary moments. Always say yes to a little adventure, because you never know what wonderful stories might unfold when you do. And if you ever spot a mother duck in need or find yourself in the middle of an unexpected situation, remember that a little kindness goes a long way. You know who to call: your neighbors, your friends, your community. Together there's nothing you can't handle. My pond is always open, and so is my heart, for the next adventure that brings us all together.